Hi everyone, Namaste, welcome back to the channel. And I think I'm doing a sit down video after quite some time. Anyways, what I have for you today is fragrances, and if you're someone like me who thoroughly enjoys the sensory experience of fragrances, then this video perhaps is for you. So let's get started. So I'm shooting this again because I am so smart. I didn't use the mic and the audio was all over the place. Anyways, we're gonna shoot again. Okay, so I'm doing my entire perfume stash, and I think I have mentioned that I'm going to divide the video into high street perfumes, then the luxury perfumes, and then the niche fragrances. And I am going to start this video with the high street brands that I'm using currently, and the ones that I'm using are from Marks & Spencer. The first one is this Apothecary Warmth, and this one has the notes of cardamom, cinnamon, cedarwood and sandalwood. This is quite a woody fragrance, but I still feel that this is perfect for the summers because it is not very intense, it is not very dominating, and it is quite fresh. This is something that you can use for summertime, this is something that you can use during daytime in spring, and it's a good addition to your everyday perfume. And this one doesn't have a very strong projection. And the downside of high street perfumes is that they do not last on your skin for very long. This one stays barely for 2 hours, and since it is not a very expensive perfume, I don't mind the reapplication, and I find the bottle also to be quite convenient, so I can carry it with me. I think this is a very fresh fragrance and it definitely stands out. And this one apparently is the dupe for Le Labo Santal 33, and that one has the notes of cardamom and cedarwood and papyrus. I mean, the notes are quite similar, and if you're someone who doesn't want to spend a lot of money on very expensive fragrances but still want something that is quite unique and quite distinct, then you can definitely check out this Apothecary Warmth by Marks & Spencer. And the next one is also by Marks & Spencer, and that is the Seasalt and Neroli, and the top notes on this one are the Seasalt, Neroli, Mandarin and Musk, and I think this one is the dupe for Wood Sage and Salt by Jo Malone. The downside is that these won't last on your skin for more than 2 hours, you have to reapply it, but for the price they come in, I think the reapplication is not an issue. And this is the fragrance my husband noticed on me. He came up to me and asked that what is the fragrance that you're wearing, you smell very different and not your usual self. Anyways, this is a very fresh fragrance. It is something you can use for summers, it is something that you can use for everyday wear while you're at home or while you're running errands. So these are the two perfumes I'm currently using. These are from Marks & Spencer, easily available, not very expensive, perfect for everyday use, fresh and good for summer and for spring. Okay, let's move on to the luxury category and to the perfumes that are a bit more expensive, but they also last on you for a long time. And the first one is the Shaghaf Oud Azraq by Swiss Arabian, and I have done an entire review of this perfume earlier. I am going to link the video in my description box, and this is an amazing perfume, and this is something that I would prefer wearing during the winter season because it is quite spicy and quite woody, and it has oud in it, and this is not something that I would prefer during the summer season. I am sorry. I'm sorry, I'll continue. The school bus just came, and it's quite an exciting time when you are back from school. Okay, so I was talking about Shaghaf Oud Azraq, and I have done an entire video on this. I haven't reviewed this perfume. This is my first oud perfume. I will link the video in the description box, and this is something that I would prefer during the winter season because it is quite woody and quite spicy. And it does smell like burning wood, and I don't think so I would prefer smelling like burning wood during peak summer season. So this one I have to stash away for the winter months or for the months that are much more pleasant and the sun is not that harsh. This easily stays for about 8 hours on my skin, and this is one perfume that will get you compliments. This is one oud perfume that you can keep for the winter months. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is Her by Burberry, and I have almost finished this bottle. This I picked up from the Muscat International Airport from the duty free section, and this is a very fruity fragrance, and if you like fruity fragrances, then this one has a lot of strawberries and berries in it, and this is very fresh, very fruity, and again good for summers, for spring, for daytime wear. It's a very casual perfume, and wear it to your office, wear it to your college, or wear it when you're meeting your friends, and it stays for about 5 to 6 hours, and it's a good everyday casual wear summer or spring perfume. I think Bath & Body has done a dupe for this one. I will try to find out the name and I'll put it in the description box, but if you're a college student, you can probably try out the Bath & Body version, because again this is expensive for college students, but this is a good everyday casual wear perfume. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is one of my favorite perfume. This is J'adore by DIOR, and this was a gift by my husband, and I absolutely love this fragrance. It is so feminine, it is so sexy, it's so elegant, and this is one of the perfume that I reach out not just for a day function, but also if it's an evening wedding or an evening party and I do want to smell very sexy, very feminine, subtle and sexy, then I would go for DIOR, and this will definitely get you compliments. And this stays on my skin for about 5 to 6 hours. Doesn't stay on my skin for very long, but it stays on my clothes for about 10 to 12 hours. The next one that I have is a fairly new addition. This is Gucci Bloom Intense, and this is such a strong, intense, fruity and floral fragrance. I think the top notes on this one are ginger and pear, and I think also mandarin and jasmine and coconut. You can definitely smell the jasmine in it. It is very intensely floral fragrance, yet it is not very sweet. I think this is a classic fragrance, and when it comes to fragrances, I do not prefer my fragrances to be very sweet. Sweet fragrances tend to give me a headache, so I prefer fragrances in which the sweetness has been well balanced, either with something spicy or something warm or something oudhy. And I personally like the Gucci Bloom Intense more than the Gucci Bloom one, and I think this is perfect for casual wear, for day wear, even for office wear. If I was still working in an office, a traditional office, and still going to an office and not working remotely, I would prefer wearing this as my office perfume. So it's a good addition to your perfume stack. Okay, and last I come to two perfumes that are basically niche perfumes, and such an amazing addition to my stack and such amazing perfumes. And the first one is MANCERA Roses Vanille. I have finished the entire bottle, and the story behind this one is that I once invited a couple of friends over for dinner, and one of my friends, she came and I hugged her, and I was just so taken aback by how she smelled. She smelled so warm and fuzzy and sexy, and I could smell her even across the room, and that is when I asked her that what is it that you're wearing, I want that perfume, and she was wearing MANCERA Roses Vanille. Now if you keep the roses separate and the vanilla separate, I might not go for a fragrance that has roses or vanilla, because I'm not a fan of a fragrance that is too rosy or that is too vanilla. But when you mix these two, the roses vanille fragrance, it's an amazing, sexy, warm, fuzzy perfume, and this is something that will get you compliments. This is something that people will notice across a room, and this has lasted on me on my skin for almost 8 to 10 hours, and on my clothes for a day. I could even smell, I open the cupboard, and if I'm wearing this perfume, I can smell this perfume on my clothes even on the next day, or even for a week if I haven't washed those clothes. But if you're looking for a very warm, sexy fragrance, something that you can wear throughout the year, I think you can check out the MANCERA Roses Vanille. And the next fragrance is something that I have recently discovered, and I absolutely love it, is the Replica by the Fireplace. And if you're someone like me who has grown up in a city like Dehradun that experiences such fuzzy winters, I think you're going to enjoy this perfume. It smells like you're sitting by the fireplace in the winter season, and you're enjoying your coffee, your hot chocolate, and there's a bonfire and you can smell the burning wood. And basically it's such a nostalgia in a bottle, and even the description says that it's a memory in a fragrance, and this has to be one of my favorite fragrances. The only regret I have is that I didn't invest into a 100 ml bottle and I just bought a 30 ml one, and that too I asked one of my friend who was traveling in Scotland to get me this perfume, because this is not that easily available. It's a very niche fragrance and it is available in a very few select boutiques or with a very few select retailers. But if you're looking forward to buying a perfume that is very nostalgic and that is perfect for the winter season and has that smell of burning wood, burning chestnut, smell of that reminds you of Christmas, sorry, you have to try out By the Fireplace. And this perfume is something that has made me realize that I need to invest into more replica perfumes. I'm going to close the door because I think you're hearing a lot of noises. So if you're looking forward to investing into a niche fragrance and you need a starting point, you should probably try Replica By the Fireplace or Jazz Club. And next time when I'm traveling, I am getting a 100 ml bottle of By the Fireplace and also Jazz Club. So that is my entire perfume collection, from high street to luxury to niche fragrances, and I hope you like it. And I'll see you next time. Till then, take care. Bye bye.